Okay, so I've got a match here against, I have no idea what his name is because I don't really feel like listening to the narration type thing again because I did this on a stream and it was the last one for the stream. And I frankly don't remember who it was against because Twitch isn't that nice. So anyways, this is against this guy. He's going to lead with see-through, which, I don't really know, but I mean, like, you know, the stuff. Anyways, I'm going to switch out here if I don't go for a toxic, because, I mean, there's no reason to go for anything else. I think we both go for toxic, because, you know, it's, like, best move to go for. Trade each other some poisoned food, and kill each other slowly but surely. And Shirley is a very, very nasty killer. I mean, God, have you seen the crimes that Shirley has committed? And anyways, so I just poisoned the panty and stocking mobile, I guess you could say, because it's see-through. And now we are just going to have Polytoad decide to go for an encore, because we all love to see a car's exhaust poisoning everybody to death. Which is actually something that can happen if you're in a closed enough area without any air circulation. Which is why they recommend you open your garage door if you're going to let your car warm up in the morning. Because, I mean, I really don't understand the point of that. I mean, like, really, it's not that big of a deal. So, I'm going to switch out and go to Tumbleweed now, because I know there's absolutely nothing he can do, especially since he's encore. He's going to go to Scissor. I don't know if that was a prediction, or if that was just a good thing to go to, because it was a good thing to go to. He's going to Brick Break, which isn't going to do a whole lot, because it's not the superpower, but then again, superpower with Sword Dance kind of would make sense, I guess. I don't know. So, just going to try and get my rocks up and everything, because they are always good to have. Always good to throw rocks at your opponents. I mean, you can argue that it's kind of rude, but at the same time, it's kind of rude when your opponent brings a Magic Guard poke out. And then you realize it's not Magic Guard. So you're just like, lol, what? Why'd that happen? Why is it, what? So go for the Protect, because I want to get my health back. And I'm fairly confident that this Alakazam can't one-shot me at full health, because Ferrothorn is a tumbleweed, and it has gathered enough stuff around in order to protect itself. He's going to miss the Focus Blast this time, because, as you can see, Alakazam was covering its eyes with its spoons, even though it really wasn't. But, whatever. Going to go out to Ayumu now, because I thought he'd go for Focus Blast yet again, but he actually predicts that and goes for a Shadow Ball and gets a special defense drop. Like it mattered! Because that clearly would have killed me either way, I think. No, actually, I probably would have lived up to the Leech Seed. So, yeah, that sucks, but I'm just going to stay in anyways, because there's not really a whole lot of... No, I'm going to switch. Why am I going to switch? That was dumb. So I go out back to Ferrothorn, because... I don't know why. He gets another special defense drop just because that's how it goes. When you have spoons, that's all you get is special defense drops. It's your just desserts. And since that's all Alakazam can eat except for like soup and stuff because it only has spoons, they can't use a fork. If you got a fork, it had to have a new typing or something, I'm sure. I mean, don't you know most psychic types are psychic because they use spoons? I mean, honestly. So he's going to go for a psychic here just to not miss anything and finish himself off. And I'm going to go for a move... I wasn't paying attention to what the text said. So now we're waiting for him to finally send out something, because that's what happens. He brings out a Lucario. Lucario is going to be like, oh! But it's not really that big of a deal because he's Steel type, and Steel types have those awesome metal boots on. So I'm going to bring out my Wind Up, and he's going to Ice Punch me, and I'm just like, what? And then I die to a crit Ice Punch, but still, like, what? That doesn't happen. That's not supposed to happen. So now I bring up Podgeq because I know that Podgeq needs to do something here, because I know Podgeq needs to do something here, because I know Podgeq needs to do something here. So I'm going to go for an Earthquake because I am stupid and don't go for Dragon Dance because I want to just go ahead and kill off the Scissor and everything, and that Lucario, because I didn't want Lucario to stay in and start extreme speeding me to death. So I go for the Fire Blast on the Scissor, and it hits surprisingly and kills it off. So I get my Moxie boost. And I'm like, okay. This is all good. I just need to get like a Dragon Dance up, and I can probably sweep. So now he brings out his Vaporeon, and I'm like, okay, I don't care about being toxic. I can just dance like a dragon, get my attack up and my speed up, and then wreck face. So I'm going to go for an Outrage because I don't think. And thus I will lose because Thought is something that you're supposed to use. Now he is going to bring out his Scarf Salamence and take me out because Podgeq has learned his lesson from the last time I used him, in that he is never allowed to do anything. Well, at least I think it was Podge-Q, I can't remember. I've only ever had like 2 Salamences because I really don't like Salamence that much. But I don't mind using it in battle. I mean, you know, that whole thing. You don't have to like every single Pokemon you use. So he's going to outspeed me, get the Moxie boost. Actually, he wasn't Scarfed. Okay, never mind. Well, he won the speed tie because every time I have a speed tie, I always have to lose it. It's like a new sanctioned rule. So I decided to bring out my Cofagrigus because I know that I am a zombie and I can infect him with my mumminess because I'm a mummified zombie. I mean, that's what a zombie is, pretty much, is a mummy that has been mummified. I don't know. So, he's not going to have that Earthquake Spiral anymore, and I'm going to bring out my Ferrothorn and hopefully sponge a hit, even though it is at +1, but I know Ferrothorn is super bulky because it has spikes all over it. That's the logic here. I mean, look at Lucario. It's obviously super bulky because it has spikes all over it. No, not really. But I'm going to unleash my evil spore and Leech Seed him so I can get some life back. And now I'm going to protect as he goes for a move. I wasn't paying attention to the text yet again. And I'm fairly certain he was going for close combat there, or some variant thereof. And now I'm at full health, so I don't really have anything to fear. He goes for close combat again, and he hits me down pretty low. But I'm going to hit him down pretty low even more with Power Whip. And that is going to finish him off, thankfully. It didn't look like it did at first, and I was just like, really, Ferrothorn? That's what you're going to do? You're just going to throw a whip of power at him? You're going to be like, and miss? And then my graphics errors crashed. So now out comes Miku, because apparently that's Hatsune Miku, even though it looks something like her. And he's going to Relic Song transform into the Pirouette form, and I am going to have to figure out something to do against this. So I bring out my lotion, and since my skin is so dry, I'm going to have to go for a Drain Punch, because that will add some lotion to my body so I can get some health back. But he decides to go for the Relic Song again to do something. I have no idea. I think he just wanted to make sure that I wouldn't be super effective against him, but then I go for Sucker Punch and kill him off anyways, because hitting people with suckers gets stuck in their hair, and then you have to rip the hair out and makes them cry, and it makes them die. So now out comes the Mince again, and I'm like, well, Sucker Punch, and he's like, well, Roost, and I'm like, well, crap. I guess I'm losing this one because of that stupid misclick. Well, not misclick, but like awesome play on his part. So now I'm just going to go for an Ice Punch and probably die. Now I go for Sucker Punch again. He goes for freaking Dragon Dance. I'm just like... And now I'm going to lose because I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch. He's going to actually attack me, and no, actually go for the Ice Punch now because for some reason, through my head, I'm thinking that he's not going to go for another attack. But he goes for an attack here. He could have set to like +6 and been overkill. So I bring out my Politoed, and I'm going to lose now because +2 Mince is way too powerful. So anyways, that was a match, I think, somewhere in there. And a bit rusty of a narration, but hey, what can you really expect from me? It's been like almost 2 weeks since the last narrated battle. Anyways, next time I'll be up to my beautiful old self. Well, not really beautiful, but, you know. I'll be back to normal next week, I think. Well, not next week, but the week after. No, stop it. Stop it. Ugh.